everyone, and welcome to Live, Laugh, Learn TV. I'm Dr. Carol Morgan.
I'm Jeff Lauterbach. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, so we have another really fun topic here today, which is going to be really interesting, so keep tuning in. It's about how to know if somebody's into you or not. And I was just talking to our producer, Jessica, a little bit ago, and I asked her, I said, so Jessica, do guys sometimes misinterpret your friendliness or, just being nice for being interested? And she's like, oh my God, all the time. And I'm like, I found the same thing. So let me ask you what you think. Like, do you think that a lot of guys misread girls' friendliness for interest? And have you done that? That's what we really want to know. Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, I'm comfortable admitting that I've probably done that lots of times because I'm the type of person who will go up and talk to anyone. Mm-hmm. And I've been known to be, I think when you're a very no strangers type of personality and you are comfortable with being in any setting and talking to anyone, you get misinterpreted as being very flirtatious, which I think...
women think you're being flirtatious when you're not being flirtatious? Yeah,
I think okay. I've been, I'm known, when I'm in a serious relationship, I'm one of those guys who's 110% in it, but when I'm single, I'll talk to anyone I find interesting or any woman I find interesting or attracted to, and whether it's professional or personal, and that could be misconstrued. So yeah, I think guys, on my end, because I'm that way, maybe I think that when I'm talking to a woman that I find interesting and she's being very friendly and talkative, maybe, I'm not perfect. I obviously, being a communications professional, I like to think I can be perceptive and read well, but I've made plenty of mistakes on that. So yeah, there's been plenty of times when over the course of time or course of my adult life where I've talked to someone and maybe misinterpreted what she has been getting out there.
Have you ever seen the movie or read the book, He's Just Not That Into You?
Yeah, well, I saw the movie. The movie was classic. That was awesome.
Yeah. So have you ever tried, let's say a woman is really into you, but you weren't into her. What do you do to try to give her the signs that you're just not into her? It doesn't work.
Well, that's kind of tough because I'm one of those nice guys. I'm not going to come out and say, I just don't like you, but people could tell because I have trouble. That's all part of my creative ADHD personality. I am really, and it's with my personal life and professional life, I'm either gung-ho about something, like Live, Laugh, Learn TV and Greene County Alive, or I can't work. I wouldn't be happy doing writing or PR for a paperclip company. Mm-hmm. Whereas some people could do anything and everything. And I'm like that in my personal life too, where whether it's a friend, I have a close circle of friends that I am really loyal to and love being around, but I don't have tons of friends. Mm-hmm. And that's when, as far as dating, and that's why dating is so difficult, because sometimes you like someone, they don't feel the same way about you. Sometimes it's vice versa. Yep. And then once you get to know someone, you either go to the next level. I like to say there's 3 levels: friends with potential, and then
friends with benefits.
Friends with potential, and then the relationship stage. And there's so many factors it takes to get to that, and that has to do with reading and interpreting the right way. So relaying it back to what we're talking about here.
See, I teach about nonverbal communication, and so one of the big things we need to remember about nonverbal communication is that it's so ambiguous, and we think we're interpreting it right, but we might not be. I look at my watch all the time. Why? Because I just really want to know what time it is. But some people can interpret it as, oh, I'm really bored talking to Jeff now, I gotta go.
Well, that can be the case.
Of course.
Well, I think that, I think one of the things I've read, I'm not an expert on nonverbal cues, but I find interesting. And if as a guy, one of the things you could tell a woman is into you is if she's playing with her hair constantly.
See, I don't know. See, that's the thing about nonverbal stuff I don't like. I hate when I like read a tabloid. Yeah, I do sometimes read tabloids. Sorry, hate to admit it, but I do. And they're like, oh yeah, so and so twirled her hair, so she's into the guy she's with. Well, body language experts like to say that yes, every single little thing like the hair twirl means something, and there are trends that make. Oh, see, like, oh, what does that mean? You're like.
I'm itching, which I shouldn't be.
Yeah. No, I personally.
I don't have hair to twirl.
That's true. I personally don't believe that every nonverbal action can be categorized to mean the same thing for everybody. Are there trends? Yes, but so that's why I say like, oh, if you see me sitting here like this, it doesn't necessarily mean.
What are you saying?
I'm
No, I think
I'm not saying anything.
what I mean is the consistency, because you're always going to, especially women, when you have, because obviously I'm a guy, I have short, thick hair. I'm not going to play with my hair, but women have long hair, or many women have long hair, so it's natural that they're going to run in the course of a conversation.
I just do it because it's like bugging me.
But if you're doing it consistently, I think that's
I do this a lot.
That's a nonverbal sign. If you're on a date and you're consistently playing with your hair, I think that's a sign that you are into that person.
No, you and I are not each other, but we're out. We just met at a bar, okay? And I'm doing this a lot, right? Or I'm doing this. You think I'm into you?
If you're doing it consistently, that's.
I do that because my hair down.
Well, it's also you can also tell with the conversation if you're having a good conversation.
It doesn't necessarily mean that you're into somebody because you're having a good conversation.
Well, that's early. And what does it mean if it's a first it's different too whether you've been on a dozen dates or a first date. If it's a first date and you're just sitting there like wondering, or you're sitting and there's lapses in conversation. There's like looking at your cell phone.
That's the best.
But if you're sitting there, there's constant eye contact, and there is constant. There's laughing. There's constant storytelling. You could tell that. Well, this is going well.
Well, here's the thing that I think is different. Like, if you're on an official date, let's say you met online. You know, you're met on Match.com, and you're on a date, right? Well, both people know and expect that this is a date, right? So then it could be like, oh, great, the conversation's going well. You know, there aren't any lulls and nobody's looking at their cell phone. Yes, it's going well because you both know you're on a date. But if you meet somebody at a bar and you're talking, that's a whole different thing because they don't know. No, it's not a date. It's just we just met. And so there's a whole bunch of ambiguity there, right?
True.
And so I mean, I can't speak from a man's perspective, but I know from a woman's perspective, I've talked to many women that do say that, I don't know why he thinks I like him because I'm just being myself, but they misinterpret that friendliness for flirtiness. And so I think it depends on the context, too, how you can really read those behaviors, you know? And I don't know, I mean, I'm saying that women aren't guilty of misinterpreting those signs too. I mean, hello, there's a whole book and movie made on it. He's just not that into you, right? And they miss it.
What's interesting about as far as the working together too, because like in the communication field with what we do, I mean, you're a communication professor, but you're also a TV personality, a TV personality and an author, and I'm a writer, an author, and a publicist, and so I'm accustomed to writing for publications and managing publications and helping people get media coverage and outlets. So most of the people I work with, a lot of them are really attractive women, mm-hmm. and obviously we're all communication people, so we talk to each other. Mm-hmm. So that's another. That's what's great about our show is we have a ongoing. This gives us another idea of how to separate or make sure you separate professional from personal too, because that's in certain professions you run into that. How do you determine whether that is a professional courtesy or personal, and that goes to what this topic is here, but I know we're running, our producer is giving us
Giving us
the cut time, and so we have to wrap it up.
Yeah. I think if we are going to leave you guys with anything, just remember that I always tell my students this: perception is reality, but it doesn't always mean it really is reality. Like what you interpret, like if you think somebody's into you, they might not be. They might just be friendly, or if and just be aware of what you're giving off to somebody else who you might think likes you. And it's all about interpretation. Nothing is black and white. And so I would say just don't assume too much. Don't assume they like you, or don't assume they don't like you, because there's the opposite of the spectrum. There are plenty of people out there who really are into somebody, but they're too shy, or they just don't feel, like their personality doesn't make them want to show it. So this is a really interesting topic, and I wish we had more time.
That's why relationships are so hard, because
Yeah.
you just have to be able to put yourself out there and take the risk, and sometimes you're going to get shot down, sometimes you're going to,
Exactly.
but if you don't...
sometimes you're going to be the one shooting the person.
Exactly, it's going to
Yeah.
be both ways.
Yeah.
So, but if you don't try, you're not...
It's true, you've already lost.
It's worth the rejection, knowing
Yeah.
moving forward with the possibilities.
Definitely. Well, this has been fun, and thanks again, everybody, for joining us again. We always have fun. Hope you did too. Hope you learned something, and always comment or send us messages or topic, show ideas if you want. And until next time, we'll see you.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Thank you so much for joining us here on Live, Laugh, Learn TV, and we hope you'll come back next time, and the next time, and the next time. And Jeff, why don't you tell them where to find us?
Sure, you could find us on our YouTube channel and on Facebook at Live, Laugh, Learn TV, and feel free to visit us online at livelaughlearntv.com for ongoing fresh content and articles.
So thanks again for joining us, and don't forget to live, laugh, and learn.
Bye-bye.
Bye.